Austin City Council approved the purchase of 2 hotels to house the homeless, but because of time, said they'd have to discuss it on Tuesday.
Every time I step out of the car, it's something different. First I've seen sleet, then I saw rain, and now I'm seeing snow.
I'm in West Campus, and right now it's well lit, but that's because our lights are on. If we turned our lights off, this area is really dark, and that's what students in Safe Horns are worried about. The energy expert says this is the time to check on your family, friends, and neighbors and come up with a plan. This rally started out with about 200 people, and that quickly changed when people at a rally from the Capitol.
Other people had the same exact idea. There was actually a really long line outside of Walmart. Let's take a look at this video. This was taken around noon today. There were over 100 people waiting outside of Walmart to stock up for the rest of the week.
Clear this area. We know there is one victim and a suspect was just taken.
This street has been packed with people celebrating St. Patrick's Day since 2019.
It turns out the shooting here in Austin had its roots in another shooting, one involving 2 teens. Today was just one of several protests they've had in the last 4 months after they say they were blindsided by the city.
Texans are kicking off the holiday shopping season at the Domain. The shopping center was filled with people.
And the very first one bringing the U.S. women's national team down to Austin to take on Nigeria. A former hotel in South Austin is now home to 20 people who are living in tents, and with many out celebrating the Labor Day weekend, health officials say now is not the time to let your guard down.
For the second year in a row, many retailers kept their stores closed today.
We're in pretty bad shape over here. Several businesses were destroyed, including the building behind me. I want to show you now what it looks like. The brick was ripped off the building and windows were shattered. And the drive-through area over here was completely destroyed. You can see the roof was torn off. Nearby businesses saw similar damage.
And I came outside because I saw the rain. And I looked back towards the highway, and then I started seeing all the shingles come off the roof. And at that moment, I knew it was about to touch down.
Employees at Chili's are thankful they took cover when they did, moments before a tornado touched down, destroying the restaurant and surrounding area.
So we told all the customers to run to the back, get to the kitchen, where the safest area would be away from all the windows. And then once it calmed down, we came outside to check out all the damage.
In less than a minute, the Twin Peaks, Chili's, and Bank of America in Round Rock had their roofs torn off and windows shattered. Employees and customers found their cars destroyed.
Whenever we came back out here, trees were everywhere. My car was flipped over in the middle, but everything was just damaged. Like the middle part of the highway, like one of the rails was on it.
Aside from a Chili's employee seeing her car flipped upside down, she saw the damage across the street at Bank of America. Not only the outside destroyed, but the inside as well.
Honestly, I didn't know what to think. It was just unbelievable.
She says her car may be totaled, but the good news is that she wasn't in her car when the tornado hit.
I have a family I love, and I want to see every day. So just thankful I wasn't in there.
There's a lot of repairing to do in this area, but the good news is that nobody was injured. Reporting live, Lindsey Ragas, CBS Austin News.
What we're going to do now? Where we go from here? You know, will we get any help?
Those are the questions going through Rashawn Goff's mind after the Austin Police Department told everyone, including him, at the I-35 underpass located downtown to move out.
It's time for change, you know, time for change.
APD says during the cleanup they received a 100% voluntary compliance and nobody was arrested or issued a citation.
Throughout all of this, we have taken the approach that we want to do this in a humane way, that we wanted to make sure that wherever possible we were providing, services to those people who might be experiencing homelessness or other issues, and give them avenues to become housed.
However, Goff is left with nowhere to go. Multiple local nonprofits stepped in to help people find a temporary solution, but they say resources are limited.
When the Prop B implementation began, the city promised resources, but we're hearing some people have nowhere to go. So where exactly are they supposed to go?
Well, that's really the question. We've had this conversation at in the course of several council meetings. It was clear that our shelters are at capacity because of COVID-19.
Council member Kathy Tovo says even the designated encampment that is run by the state is at capacity, and there are no other designated camping areas to go to.
As a city council member, I'm going to reinitiate that conversation with my colleagues. Are there places that we can identify where people can go as we're working as a community to create those more stable, safe housing opportunities.
So people like Goff have a safe place to stay.
I'm ready to go.
But you're not sure where yet?
Not yet.
I've been in Round Rock all week covering tornado damage. Just yesterday, I spoke with volunteers. Today, I want to tell you about a man who lives in this home right behind me. It's not so much the damage that was done to his home, but what he did moments after the tornado hit.
Watch your head, too. I mean, this could fall any moment.
Even in the worst times, Michael Talamontez is in good spirits.
Have you ever had this? You ever had this? It's the best vanilla in the world.
Monday night, the Talamontez house was hit hard by a tornado, leaving Michael and his family without a roof over their heads.
28 years living here, and 28 seconds later, it's scrambled to shambles.
Seconds after the tornado hit, his first reaction wasn't to worry about his home, but his neighbor.
I was just standing and just crying, holding my dog. And at that point, next door neighbor came across and calling out my name, and I could hear him so far away because I was hysterical. I couldn't make out where was he at or who was calling me.
Rose Cortez suffered a tragic loss last year. Knowing this, and by living next to Cortez for years, he knew he needed to check on her as soon as the tornado passed.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was her late husband asking for my help. I don't know. I can't explain it.
It's a simple gesture that Cortez will cherish for a long time.
It's a godsend.
And one Talamontez didn't realize until now how big of an impact he had on his neighbor.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It was nice. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. Tricky day, but a good day.
His advice to others if there's another tornado warning.
Love each other when you can, and remember Plan A. If there's a tornado near, go to the bathroom and get in the tub, take pillows, and that's it. Just keep on trucking.
Many families that were hit hard by the tornado are in need of help. To find out how to volunteer or donate, visit our website, cbsaustin.com. Reporting live, Lindsey Ragas, CBS Austin News.